Every time I go in the studio, I want to make the best album that I've ever done in my life. So you always, are searching for those songs.
For decades, George Strait has been the mystery man of country music, a legend who lets his music speak louder than words. He's broken records, ruled the charts, and built an empire, all while keeping his private life locked away from the spotlight. But now at 72, the king of country has finally spoken, and what he just confirmed will leave fans stunned. From whispered Hollywood deals to shocking career decisions, Strait has dodged rumors for years, never giving in to speculation. But one long-standing rumor, one that fans have debated for decades, has just been addressed head-on. And let's just say it's not what anyone expected. What did George Strait finally admit? And what does it mean for his future? Buckle up, because the truth is bigger than you think. The king of country's mysterious persona. George Strait has been called many things. A legend, an icon, the king of country. But one thing he has never been is an open book. While most country superstars embrace the spotlight, Strait has always been a private man, keeping his personal life far from tabloid headlines. Even at the peak of his fame, he avoided media drama, rarely granting interviews and staying off social media entirely. His silence has only fueled speculation, leading fans to question everything from his retirement plans to his struggles. Unlike other artists who thrive on self-promotion, Strait has let his music do the talking, creating an aura of mystery that has only deepened over time. A considerable part of Strait's aura comes from his sincere Texan background and simple lifestyle. Instead of Hollywood or Nashville, he opted for a life on a huge Texas ranch far from any prime public eye, with cattle to raise. Sometimes counted among the best-selling artists in country music, he has stuck to his image. The same cowboy hat, Wrangler jeans, and smooth voice that took him to fame decades back. While others in the game chase trends, Strait's authenticity raises his legend status even more. There have been rumors for a long time about hidden feuds, secret recordings, or career-slaying choices, but what remains apparent is that George Strait has never cared about stardom. It has always been about the music. Despite his quiet and private nature, George Strait's impact on country music is anything but small. His achievements have shattered records and redefined success in ways that few artists could ever dream of. Record-breaking career. George Strait isn't just a country music legend. He's a record-breaking powerhouse whose achievements have set a standard that few artists can match. With 60 numbers, 1 hits, he holds the record for the most chart-topping singles in country music history. His impact stretches beyond the charts, with over 100 million albums sold worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time across all genres. Strait made his debut with Unwound in 1981, but it was Foolhardy Memory in 1982 that became his first #1 hit, marking the beginning of a historic career. He is also the only artist to have a top 10 hit every year for over 3 decades, proving his unmatched consistency and staying power in the industry. From winning 3 CMA Entertainer of the Year awards in 1989, 1990, and 2013 to hold the record for the most ACM wins, Strait's legacy as the king of country is backed by sheer numbers and accolades. His supremacy reaches farther than studio recordings. Strait is an event phenomenon with live music performances. In 2014, he broke records for attendance with his Cowboy Rides Away tour finale at AT&T Stadium, where over 104,000 fans filled the venue. It is now the largest indoor concert in North American history. Strait would continue to sell out stadium shows and his Las Vegas residency, even after stepping out of full-time touring, thus proving that his magic is still as potent as ever. While many fade in time, Strait's ability to remain relevant without recording, changes in sound speaks volumes about his influence. George Strait is known for his record-breaking country music career, but over the years, fans have wondered whether he ever seriously considered a move to Hollywood. His most famous on-screen moment came in 1992 when he starred in Pure Country, a film that became a cult classic among country fans. While Strait's natural presence made him a believable lead, he later admitted that he wasn't entirely comfortable in front of the camera. Unlike musicians who transition into acting careers, Strait never pursued Hollywood fame, despite receiving offers for additional movie roles. He has openly stated that while he enjoyed making Pure Country, he's a singer first and foremost, and the movie business just wasn't for him. Yet such speculations are rife about what might have been. Rumor has it that Strait was at one time considered for Western-type film roles. Some believe he was approached for a cameo in Yellowstone, a show that glamorizes and honors the cowboy culture Strait represents, though he has never said anything about it. One thing is quite clear. Strait has no regrets about leaving Hollywood behind. Being a private man, Strait has preferred a quiet life at his Texas ranch to the bright lights of Tinseltown. For Strait, chasing after fame was never what mattered. It was always about the music, about the fans, and about being true to himself. The truth about Strait's marriage. Behind George Strait's legendary career is an equally enduring love story. His 50-beyond-year marriage to Norma Strait. Unlike many celebrities whose relationships struggle under the pressures of fame, George and Norma have remained a strong and private couple through it all. Their love story began in Pearsall, Texas, where they were high school sweethearts. However, their romance wasn't always smooth sailing. They briefly broke up, only to realize they were meant to be together. In 1971, they eloped in Mexico, making a lifelong commitment before Strait had any idea he would become the king of country. As his career skyrocketed, Norma stood by his side, not in the limelight, but as his greatest source of strength and stability. In 1986, their love faced the severest of tests with the death of their 13-year-old daughter, Jennifer, in a car accident. This heartbreaking event had a profound effect on Strait, who would not be heard from for years in interviews as a means of dealing with grief privately. Rather than allowing sadness to tear them apart, George and Norma drew even closer to one another, finding strength in themselves and in family, along with creating a foundation to honor the memory of their daughter, called the Jennifer Strait Memorial Foundation, which quietly donates to children's charities. Strait rarely mentions such matters in public, but on one such rare occasion admitted, "Norma was my rock through it all." If anything, their ability to endure such incredible heartbreak proved how solid their bond and relationship were. Rumors of a troubled marriage have sprouted here and there in many incidences over the years, but Strait has never believed any of those stories. He has always credited Norma as being the backbone of his life and career. Strait refers to her as the first girl I ever loved, even after they have spent decades together, and he remains fiercely devoted to the woman who has always been by his side since before he became famous. Such a marriage affirms that true love, trust, and devotion have the ability to withstand even the greatest storm. While George Strait's music has narrated some of the greatest love stories in this country, his romance with Norma, in real life, just might bring home the title of most inspiring. Whispered health concerns. At 72, George Strait continues to command the stage with his signature smooth vocals and effortless stage presence, but whispers about his health have surfaced in recent years. Fans have speculated whether his decision to step away from full-time touring was due to health issues rather than just a desire to slow down. While Strait has never publicly addressed any major health concerns, rumors have swirled about back problems and vocal strain. Both common issues for artists have spent decades performing. His selective performance schedule, which consists of one-off stadium shows and a limited Las Vegas residency, has fueled speculation that he's prioritizing rest and recovery, rather than pushing himself to tour year-round. The very close people to Strait deny these gossips. They insist that he is healthy and doing great, simply enjoying a more relaxed way of life after decades of being on the road. Recent performances, including record-breaking shows at the Houston Rodeo and Las Vegas residency, prove that he still possesses the same energy and vocal power that made him a legend. According to Strait himself, he has outgrown the life of a grueling tour bus and now just wants to perform when and where he wants. While the fans may be quite worried regarding his well-being, everything possible suggests that Strait is controlling his career, health, and everything to ensure that whenever he steps on stage, he is at his very best. George Strait's financial empire. With a career spanning over 4 decades, George Strait has built a financial empire that extends far beyond country music. His estimated net worth exceeds $300 million, making him one of the wealthiest figures in the industry. While his fortune primarily comes from record sales, touring, and royalties from 60 numbers, one hits, Strait has also made smart business moves that have significantly grown his wealth. He has invested heavily in real estate, including a stunning custom-built mansion in San Antonio that was listed for $7.5 million. In addition to music and real estate, Strait has also ventured into business ownership, launching his own tequila brand, Código 1530, which has become a favorite among country music fans and celebrities alike. Despite being wealthy, Strait has his feet firmly planted on Texas ground. While many celebrities go to Hollywood in search of luxury, he would rather stay in his ranches, raise a few cattle, and mind his own business. But it's not all about wealth for him. He is also known for his generosity. He has donated millions to charities, including his own Jennifer Strait Memorial Foundation, in memory of his daughter, which supports children's causes. Natural disasters, veterans, and medical research also benefit from his giving. Sure, he may not be the most flamboyant when it comes to spending, but because of his success, George Strait gets to live his life as he wishes, support what is dear to his heart, and still manage to remain a true powerhouse in music and business. George Strait has built his career as a solo powerhouse, but behind the scenes, he has had opportunities to collaborate with some of the biggest names in music, many of which never made it to the public. Over the years, rumors have surfaced about unreleased duets and projects that Strait either recorded or turned down. One of the most intriguing whispers is that he was once in talks to record a song with Merle Haggard, but their schedules never aligned before Haggard's passing in 2016. Another surprising revelation is that Strait was reportedly approached for a cross-genre collaboration with Beyoncé during her country-inspired Lemonade era, but he ultimately declined, choosing to stick to his traditional country roots. Fans can't help but wonder how many hidden Strait recordings still exist, locked away in the archives. Some collaborations never even came to life, while some remained a well-kept secret for years. For Strait, that meant quietly recording several songs written by Chris Stapleton, including Love's Gonna Make It Alright and You Don't Know What You're Missing, further fanning the flames of speculation that perhaps more exist in the way of unreleased material from the two. Some even say that Strait and Alan Jackson did one studio duet that never got released, though the two legends have gotten together to perform on stage many times. The thing is, Strait is very selective about his music, so if indeed there is a little hidden vault with secret recordings, it might be quite a while before it ever makes it to his fans. Meanwhile, country musicians continue to speculate about what could have been, wishing that Strait would bless the world with a surprise of unreleased tracks. Unforgettable 2014 farewell tour. When George Strait announced his Cowboy Rides Away tour, fans knew it would be a historic moment, but no one expected just how legendary it would become. Spanning 2 years and 47 cities, the farewell tour was a grand send-off to one of the most iconic careers in country music. Strait handpicked each tour stop, ensuring that he could personally thank the fans who had supported him for decades. The tour culminated in a record-breaking final show at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, where over 104,000 fans packed the venue, making it the largest indoor concert in North American history. with guest appearances from stars like Miranda Lambert, Alan Jackson, and Kenny Chesney, and a setlist filled with career-defining hits like Amarillo by Morning and The Cowboy Rides Away. It was an emotional, once-in-a-lifetime experience. In fact, the fans soon learned that Strait's farewell tour would not be the end of it. Although he stepped away from full-time touring, he never really left the stage. In 2016, he debuted his Straight to Vegas show, which still sells out years after its inception, and performed a few stadium concerts, including a record-breaking run at Houston's Rodeo 2019, to still illustrate the fact that Strait's music continues to have the strongest demand. It actually marked the end of an era, the Cowboy Rides Away tour, but it wasn't goodbye. It was really Strait redefining his career on his own terms. When George Strait announced his retirement from touring in 2012, fans were stunned. After dominating country music for over 4 decades, Strait revealed that his 2014 Cowboy Rides Away tour would be his last full-fledged tour, marking what many thought was the end of an era. However, Strait was very clear about one thing. He wasn't retiring from music altogether, just from the exhausting grind of long, nationwide tours. He wanted to spend more time with his family, relax on his Texas ranch, and focus on select projects that truly excited him. But as time has shown, the King of Country isn't quite done yet, and the idea of a full retirement seems less and less likely. After returning from touring, George Strait quickly found a new way of keeping in touch with fans that did not involve months on the road. His Straight to Vegas residency, which started in 2016 and became a tremendous success, proving that he could sell out arenas without traveling from one city to another. Furthermore, he continues to stack special one-night-only stadium shows like his record-breaking rodeo performance in Houston in 2019, and his more recent headlining concerts in major cities. Besides, Strait put out a new album in 2019, Honky Tonk Time Machine, another sign that he is still interested in making music, although some fans were fearful he would step away from recording as well. He has hinted that he's always open to putting out more music when the time feels right. So, is this another retirement for George Strait? Not really. Though he may never return to extensive touring, he continues to make music, performing in select venues and keeping his legend alive as he wants. Unlike most artists who retire and vanish from public view, Strait has embraced semi-retirement, which gives him the freedom to perform whenever, wherever, and however he wishes. Even as George Strait scales back his time on the road, his impact on country music continues to grow, leaving fans wondering, what will his legacy look like in the years to come? The legacy of George Strait. George Strait's influence on country music is unmatched, and his legacy is only growing stronger. With 60 number 1 hits, over 100 million records sold, and a career spanning more than 4 decades, he has set records that few, if any, will ever surpass. His timeless sound continues to inspire a new generation of artists, including Chris Stapleton, Cody Johnson, and Parker McCollum, who credit Strait as a major influence in keeping traditional country music alive. Even as mainstream country shifts toward pop influences, Strait's music remains a gold standard, with his classic hits still dominating playlists and streaming platforms. He may not chase trends, but his music has proven to be timeless, standing as a testament to the power of authentic country storytelling. Although Strait has moved away from the hustle and bustle of regular touring, he still manages to surprise his audiences at stadium events and even has his own Las Vegas residency, Straight to Vegas. As ever, these stadiums and arenas fill with the clamoring crowd demanding to witness his live magic. There will undoubtedly be a few more live private concerts in the future. Fans are also excited about being treated to new music. After the phenomenal success of his finalist album, Honky Tonk Time Machine, which came out in 2019. And last but not least mentioned, speculation abounds that fans might get to watch him in a documentary or biopic to dig even deeper into his life and career. Whatever it is, one thing is certain. The legacy of George Strait is going to be firmly anchored into country music history. And there you have it, the truth straight from the king of country himself. What do you think about George Strait finally confirming the rumors? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more legendary country stories. And if you want to hear more about George Strait and other country icons, click on the next video on your screen now.